You were told that family equals refuge, yet the sharpest betrayals often begin as a harmless question. Listen carefully. One detail shared once can echo for years. From childhood, the message is repeated until it feels like law. Blood means loyalty. Home is the safest place. The people who raised you will protect your dreams as if they were their own. It is comforting. It is also incomplete. Closeness does not cancel human nature. It intensifies it. The people who know your routines, your history, your insecurities, and your need for approval have the highest leverage over you. Not always maliciously, sometimes unconsciously. But leverage does not require evil intent to be dangerous. Think of information as currency. In public, strangers only see your mask. In private, family sees the wiring behind the mask. They know what softens you, what angers you, what makes you doubt yourself, and what makes you comply. And once someone knows your pressure points, they do not need force. They only need timing. This is not about hating your relatives. This is about protecting your internal assets. If you have ever left a family gathering feeling drained without knowing why, this is often the reason. You overshared. You handed over raw material. Later, that same material returned sharpened into criticism, guilt, or subtle control. Today I am giving you a structured framework called the 7 locks. 7 categories of information that must stay behind controlled access if you want peace without cutting everyone off. And pay attention to the second lock. It explains that strange exhaustion you feel after certain conversations. If this kind of clarity matters to you, like the video and subscribe to Dark Strategy Lab. We build strategic awareness without drama. Now let's begin. Lock 1. Your biggest future move. Never broadcast the full scale of your ambition, your timeline for independence, your relocation plans, or the mechanics of your next leap. You can keep the dream, just protect the blueprint. Every family system prefers stability. Roles form over time: the responsible one, the dramatic one, the quiet one, the achiever, the disappointment, the caretaker. When you start changing rapidly, you disrupt the choreography. Support can quickly transform into steering. You announce a big goal expecting celebration. Instead, you hear concern wrapped in velvet. Is that realistic? Is that safe? Why change what works? You are acting different. Notice the pattern. Doubt packaged as protection. Growth threatens roles. And threatened roles activate control. So here is the strategist rule. Reveal outcomes, not intentions. Sign the lease before announcing the move. Secure the income before discussing the plan. Execute in silence and let results speak. If pressed, use controlled headlines. I am exploring options. I am testing things. I will share more when it is finalized. Short, uninteresting, safe. Ask yourself honestly, do you want permission or do you want transformation? Transformation requires silence. Lock 2. Your inner wounds. This is where most people lose leverage. You crave closeness, so you confess everything. Childhood trauma, insecurities, fear of abandonment, self-doubt. It feels intimate. It feels bonding. But here is the harsh reality. In moments of conflict, humans reach for the fastest tool to win, not the fairest tool to heal. If someone knows your deepest insecurity, they know exactly where to strike when emotions spike. A stranger can insult you and it bounces off. A relative knows the exact sentence that makes your stomach drop. This is why emotional sovereignty matters. Heal in protected spaces. Journal, therapy, training. Trusted friends outside family hierarchy. When family asks how you are doing, give a weather report, not the full medical file. It has been heavy, but I am handling it. I am working on it. I have support. Do not argue about your feelings. You are not in court. Privacy is not coldness. It is border control. And this leads to the Dark Strategy Lab principle called the border control method. Every relationship needs 2 layers. Layer 1 is connection, stories, humor, surface warmth. Layer 2 is protected territory, Clans, wounds, leverage points. Not every person gets access to both layers. Lock 3. Your relationship details. Never outsource romantic conflict to your family. When you vent about your partner, you reconcile. Your relatives do not. They archive the complaint permanently. One angry story can shape how they treat your partner for years. You think you are seeking comfort. You are planting bias. Autonomy signals authority. Running to family to manage your relationship signals dependency. When asked how things are going, respond structurally, not emotionally. We are good. We are working on communication. We are focused. If something is truly broken, address it directly or with neutral support. Do not turn your marriage into a public election. Lock 4. Your new worldview. As you grow, you may outgrow beliefs you were raised with. Politics, religion, lifestyle expectations. Announcing your transformation like a verdict will only trigger defense. You cannot logic someone out of an identity built over decades. Instead of debating, live your beliefs quietly. Interesting. I see why you feel that way. I am keeping my view private. Sometimes the cheapest price for peace is the illusion of agreement. You do not need to win dinner. You need to protect your energy. Lock 5. Your exact financial cushion. Numbers change dynamics faster than philosophy. The moment relatives know you have surplus, your no becomes harder to say. Requests become framed as emergencies. Backpacks are presented as boulders, and guilt becomes the invoice. Keep numbers vague. I am budgeting tightly. Most of my money is tied up. I am not in a position to lend. Compassion does not require exposure. You can offer advice without becoming the wallet. Lock 6. Your darkest regrets. There is a temptation to confess old mistakes for relief. Relief is temporary. Reputation is permanent. Families do not just remember stories, they attach emotional charge to them. Years later, during a disagreement, your confession can become a label. If you need to process the past, do it in a container built for healing. With family, release lessons, not evidence. I learned the hard way. I have changed. I am not revisiting that story. Protect your narrative. Lock 7. Your awareness of the game. This is the most subtle. Once you study power and behavior, you start seeing patterns in your own house. Guilt cycles, favoritism, drama triangles. You will want to call it out. Do not. When you expose a dysfunctional system, the system unites against you. Instead, practice silent execution. Apply boundaries calmly. No speeches, no moral lectures. I understand you are upset. I cannot do that. I am not getting involved. We will talk later. Underestimate yourself publicly. Execute privately. Now here is the paradox. Selective distance can preserve love. Total exposure often breeds resentment. You can be warm without being accessible. You can be generous without being drained. You can be respectful without being controlled. If this perspective is sharpening your awareness, like the video and subscribe to Dark Strategy Lab. We explore quiet strategies that protect your leverage. Now I want to give you a practical close. Next time you are with family, watch for 3 moments. The urge to over-explain, the rise of guilt, the pull into an argument. In those moments, choose one of 3 moves: shorten, soften, stop. Shorten means 1 sentence. Soften means acknowledge without surrender. Stop means end the topic calmly. Work is busy. I am fine. I get why you worry. I have it handled. I am not discussing that. Let us change topics. Do not defend the boundary. Execute it. Defending signals negotiability. Execution signals reality. If someone protests your privacy, that protest confirms the boundary was necessary. Healthy people adapt. Controlling people escalate. And escalation is data. Start with 1 lock. Practice it for 30 days. Watch how your nervous system changes. Because the future belongs to the person who controls access. And if you want the next framework on how to handle family guilt without cutting contact, comment the word boundary below. Like the video and subscribe to Dark Strategy Lab. We build quiet power here. Keep the borders closed. Keep the diplomacy polite. And remember, the calmest person in the room often holds the leverage. Always.